What's going on, America? I'm making this video for my lady friend because I'm getting buzzed. I got some sugary ass. I put some sugar in it. I put some sugar in this Australia wine, this Rosemont Estate, and put some sugar in it. And I shook it up real good with the cork in it. I sugared that bitch. I put some sugar in its tank. I want to talk to my lady friend who I would like to give my allegiance to because I, having been through some of the same shit, and I've listened to your stories of the woe that you're experiencing, and I can't help but want to be on your side. Do I want to do like the um, the old man you told me, show me your tits? I do, but I'm not. I'm not yet. I'm not gonna go there yet. You would think it's cute coming from me too, but I don't want to follow that path. But yeah, I want to see him too because I'm a man. But I'm a man at peace. I'm a man at peace with myself. I don't I don't have homosexual lovers. Okay? When I hang out with my homies, I don't play with their penises. I don't do it. I don't. Um I knew some guys when I was growing up and I wondered what was wrong with them because whenever we were hanging out, I wanted to go in the woods, I wanted to shoot BB guns, I wanted to fucking go to the mall and try to pick up some chicks. I wasn't trying to play with their wiener. These guys weren't that way. They were playing with each other's wieners, man. They was playing with one another's wieners. That's not normal. So maybe your man's got some sugar in his tank. Maybe he likes dudes. I don't fucking know. I don't care. Am I interested in the stories and shit you say? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because in the place where I am, could totally, I'm totally happy with having them just be on my side, able to listen to me, to give a shit. I would be more happy and willing to have somebody give a shit about me, giving a shit about them, than any other thing in my life. Because I've spent this long period of time of loneliness. And why? Well, normally, if you get down, you might fucking get inebriated and you might fuck around with somebody you don't really want to. So you take some time off. I took a lot of time off. I didn't like who I was. And then after the fact, I did. I did like the fact who I was. I will say that once I got about 5 years into being abstinent, I started freaking out. I started thinking I was never going to get pussy again. And it really caused a great distress in me because I didn't want to have that existence. I didn't want to have it. I thought that would be fucked up. So it does get a hold of you. So it's good to back away from it a little bit. But I can't imagine having a situation where you're married to somebody and you're not fucking having that type of love. I just don't understand that type of relationship. Where someone's constantly berating you and you're not fucking happy. I mean, you might can do that for your kids, but it's no way to live. And then with some us old ass dude, no, hell no. Why would you want that? There's plenty of love just from a friend. Like, number one thing that I think you need to have if you're gonna even want to fuck with somebody is you want to be friends with them. If you're not friends with them and you're just attracted, don't fuck with that person. Be friends with them. If you're friends with them and you can have a good time, you can have a great time. And the person that you're spending that time with gives a shit about you. You know? Am I saying I'm not going to want to try to get some fucking play? Hell no. I am not saying that at all. I know myself. I love women. I don't have any women in my life, though. I would like to have one woman, even if I'm friends with them. Um, but I'm loyal. I ain't about just fucking being an asshole and just doing my own thing and just, being like, oh, I got what I wanted. I don't want to fuck with you no more. I don't. Why? Why would you be that way? So it doesn't make any sense to me. Naturally, I've come back into being monogamous, and although I doubt I'll ever get married again, I still believe in marriage. I would love to have some one person that's my partner, but I'm not going to put that demand on anybody. I just don't want to be fucking with somebody. If I'm messing with them, I don't want them messing with other people. I don't think that's very hygienic. I think it's kind of nasty. If you are in a relationship with somebody and you're not in the loving relationship with them, then who gives a fuck? Everybody's entitled to having some sort of intimacy, and I think emotional connectivity is just an important enough part of that intimacy as is physical contact, and that's a fact because people need that. It keeps your heart right. It makes the next day that you have um, worth it to live. It makes it fucking beautiful days to live. Being alone and being a hermit may serve a purpose for a certain period of time. And I know that because I've done it for quite a while, but it's not always the path that you want to be on to move towards um, the last stage in your life. And people can't always be like, as a man, I'm not in the position to rescue anybody off of their feet. I'm barely making it myself. So if I find somebody that gives a fuck about me and cares, and I'm not having to do all this stuff for them like I had to do when I was courting young women, it means a lot more to me because I can actually open up to them and I don't have to play that role that men have to play when they're trying to get fucking young women or whatever the fuck just for the purposes of like sex and shit. But I don't I don't find myself in the stage of just wanting that type of relationship. I'd like to have somebody that I know gives a shit about me, knows my story, fucking can hear me out, can let me tell them what I've gone through, let them tell them what I believe, and that's way more valuable now, I think, than other things in life. Because I think this whole 3D fucking existence is about relationships. And we need to be able to have relationships. And plus, I still believe that man and woman are two halves of a whole. But that's not ever going to change. Now, I get a lot more peace and fulfillment from even having somebody that I can be the one that they can confide in the shit that they have going on. I love that. I love doing that. I love it because it's fucking easy to do and it's fucking honest. And that's what I want for myself. You give the things that you want for yourself to those that you care about. And if they value them, they'll understand and they'll really be moved by those gestures and those gifts. But somebody that doesn't give a fuck about you and just wants you to be conditioned and conform to whatever role they have ascribe for you in their life, you're never going to be happy. I want to be happy. I'd like someone else to be happy, whether they're just my friend or not. You know, I'm not saying that I can't just be a friend. What I'm saying is that I'm always gonna partially fall in love with someone if I think they're beautiful, and especially if they're my friend. And that's not a bad thing to know. That's a good feeling to have if someone offers you that. Because I've had it offered to me before and it's made me feel great, especially when you don't have it in your life and it's vital and it's something that we need.